indigenous. In our local language, we call them road runners. These are chickens which are able to free range on their own to have natural pasture without having to give I would say GMO feeds. You feed on them on organic. They are actually, in terms of also the timelines in terms of maturity, they take 6 months compared to actual GMOs which are mature at 6 months. So what it means is these are organic chickens which are able to free range, and what you can say is they are healthy, they are lean, they are tasty, and also you are able to actually raise them freely and you can raise them at a cheaper cost because you don't need a lot of feed to supplement their feeding.
Okay, so this chicken that you are producing, of course, people can see some of them in the video. Are they local? I mean, are they traditional of Zimbabwe, or maybe they are imported from other parts and they get there, but they have stayed there for a long time, so they have become localized to the climate, to the people. Can you tell me like the origin of these chickens?
I would say we have got both the local chickens and also the exotic chickens which we have imported outside the country. And most of the origin, for example, the black antelope is from Australia, but it can withstand the test of time. It can also withstand every climatic conditions. For example, if you note, the black antelope was once used for egg laying here in Zimbabwe in the 1970s and also 1980s.
Thank you for checking out this video. Are you getting enough value from it? You see, this video was created for the purpose of adding value to you. So if this video make any sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested in understanding what you take away from this video and if it makes sense to you, so we can provide more. Now let's return to the video.
Now they are producing 40% of feed for indigenous chickens because it has impacted the country, and it makes me feel good to see even road runners in supermarkets right now in Zimbabwe. It makes me feel good that road runners are impacting and people are now interested in health and lean meat. So it makes me feel good that I've managed to impact the market. I've managed to come up with a product which the market wants, and also which the market is very quite sure that this is a health. And you know what? People are now health conscious. Gone are the time when people used to eat chickens with too much fat. Indigenous chickens, they are lean, they are tasty, they are healthy. Let's go for organic chicken. So I'm proud to be introducing the organic chicken in the market all over the world.
Thank you very much for that, Noma. I appreciate that. Now, when you say indigenous chicken, indigenous poultry, could you expand on that? What do you mean indigenous? Could you help people to understand that more?
Okay, I would just say indigenous. In our local language, we call them road runners. These are chickens which are able to free range on their own to have natural pasture without having to give I would say GMO feeds. You feed on them on organic. They are actually, in terms of also the timelines in terms of maturity, they take 6 months compared to actual GMOs which are mature at 6 months. So what it means is these are organic chickens which are able to free range, and what we can say is they are healthy, they are lean, they are tasty, and also you are able to actually raise them freely and you can raise them at a cheaper cost because you don't need a lot of feed to supplement their feeding. But it has somehow vanished, but we have brought it back here in the market. So others are coming from America, like the Jazz Giants. But the reason why we call them indigenous or actually free-range chickens is that they are able to free range on themselves. We don't need to give much of the actual GMO food. We give organic food. Even if you look at the type of feed which they eat, it's road runner feed, which means it's organic feed. In terms of the breeds, we have got 23 breeds, and the majority of them, they're indigenous. And also most of or a few, I would say, they are coming from outside the country. So being coming from outside the country does not make it actually not indigenous. These are exotic, coming from foreign countries, but we have adapted them to these climatic conditions. And in terms of the time frame of growth, it's just 6 months, just like the indigenous chickens here.
All right, that's very good. That's very good. That's interesting. Now, talking of the consumption, can you tell me like how much chicken or eggs are actually consumed in the Zimbabwe market, for example? Okay, I'm trying to understand how huge is the market. Okay, Zimbabwe now is a population of about 16 million people, which is not very huge, but of course that is still very substantial in terms of a market. So tell me about the consumption within the Zimbabwe as a country, people that are consuming chicken and eggs. Tell me more about that.
Okay, I couldn't give a statistics in terms of numbers of how many birds are consumed per year it is, but what I can tell you is in a week, you'd see people eating 4 times, chicken 4 times. In terms of egg, this is for breakfast. So every day you'd see a middle income person eating an egg a day. So this translates to the demand of chickens. And people are highly conscious, and most of their meals are chicken. People are running away from beef, and you say they want white meat. So I would say a chicken is eaten 4 times a week. Out of 7 days, definitely a person will be eating 4 times a week. So that will give you the statistics to say out of this 16 million population, you would see if you are saying 4 times in 7 days, it translates to a better number.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is so true. Even here in Europe, for example, a lot of people are being encouraged to eat chicken. In fact, my wife produce food with only chicken. It's only recently I was saying because for over 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, we hardly ever eat red meat. I would say, okay, maybe sometime we can just add a bit of red meat because we just buy chicken. That is what we cook with in order. Because I think the white meat is better than this red meat all the time. Yeah. So I sort of relate to what you're saying that people are eating. A lot of people are eating chicken. Yeah.
I agree with you. Even if you look at the market, look at this chicken in, you can slice in. You know, chicken is everywhere. Actually, I think it is now the meal of the day. I've never seen actually the fast food selling more of beef than chicken. So 90% of actually meat is chicken.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true, and that really make it a viable business opportunity for people, even for those that might not necessarily be producing, but even for distribution, for the processing of the meat, because we can talk about also the product that are coming from chicken, because it's not necessarily only just the meat and the eggs. There are a lot of things that can come out of that. I don't know if you want to spend some time there in terms of the secondary product that can come out from poultry. If you want to say anything about that.
Yeah, actually, the poultry sector is a $1 billion economy, and it's a $1 billion industry. And chicken is good products. For example, from the chicken you get your manure, which is then used in farming. In terms of vegetables, your maize, etc., you can put chicken manure in that production. And also, when you hatch your eggs, they're what we call the infertile eggs. Do you know that people use that to breed dogs? The eggs which have not hatched in the hatchery, you can then breed dogs. You mix with your spaghetti, you mix with your means.
Hi, and thank you for checking out this short clip from Obehi Podcast. I'm Obehi Ewanfo, the host of the Obehi Podcast. This short clip was created from a full episode where we dive deep into this conversation. To see the entire video, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description of this video. Now, while you are there, I want to share something with you quickly. Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur? Do you want to cut across the noise and attract the right audience, leveraging the power of storytelling? Now pay attention. I'm currently working on a signature program to help you own your story and stand out for the competition. It's a 5-step journey to help reshape your professional and business narrative so you can drive success and stand out in the competition. And in less than 90 days. The link is what you see on your screen, academy.aclasses.org/story. Now, this is what we have understood. Storytelling is the most powerful instrument that is known to man. And this is what this could mean to you. You could either choose to own your story and leverage it to amplify your message and whatever you represent in this world, or some other person could own that story. The choice is yours. So why don't take advantage of your story and use it wherever you are, whether you are in business environment or you are a professional individual who want to be able to build your influence and leave a legacy behind because you represent something. You are owning your story. You are somebody whose story is important. So the choice again is yours. Now let's get started with this short clip.